Occupation! Occupation! Apartheid state, you fucking asshole! Hey, Bremits, what's going on? So yeah, to be honest, I didn't want to do this video for a long time, but it just like I saw so many people talking about it, but I really had to just get in and talk about it because I think somehow it's really good to have a voice from the Middle East talking about such an issue, you know. So yeah, it's about the meltdown that Meghan McCain had on the View and what I think about it and what's going on there, alright? Because it's really like, I don't know, it's just like it seems like so many people are actually talking about this, but they're so missing the point. They're just missing the point. And I'm here to actually try and get my point out there. So, you know, let's see what's gonna happen. Roll it.
That's my best friend. That's my best friend.
Vote on a measure denouncing anti-Semitism after freshman Congresswoman Ilhan Omar was accused of using anti-Semitic tropes.
You know, guys, I just think, like, it was clearly not about the Jewish people. It was clearly about the money in politics with AIPAC and stuff like that. But, you know, like, let's say they value feelings over facts, right? That's what they do right now. Or like all the crazy motherfuckers going against Ilhan Omar and what she's saying. It's just like, yeah, they just feel butthurt somehow. Huh? There's nothing else, you know. They really don't care about policy whatsoever or facts whatsoever, because she was not talking about you know, the Jewish people. She was talking about the money in politics that AIPAC used to actually, you know, shift the ideas and the actions from the senators who take their money to their side somehow. You know, let's be politically correct about it. But yeah, fuck these motherfuckers. They just value feelings over facts. That's the truth.
Her supporters say it's an unnecessary resolution that unfairly targets Omar herself. But her detractors say the rise of anti-Semitism cannot be tolerated in any form. Okay, so do we need a resolution that says that? Isn't it a given at this point? And why are they fighting with each other when there are so many other things to worry about right now?
That's a good question.
And are they throwing the thing over to Trump in 2020? It's very annoying and scary. And I don't like it.
It's sad that we even need a resolution for this, and frankly, a bad look that we can't even get something like that passed. I'm not going to get into the details. Meghan, I know you know far more about this than I do, but I personally feel
Meghan knows about everything for that anybody does, you know, like, because she's always like the center of attention on this table, you know. She knows everything and she has to just like blah, 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 on everything, you know, all the time. Fucking asshole.
Feel for Nancy Pelosi, because I think she's in a position similar. It reminds me to John Boehner. Remember when the Tea Party came in? And she cares, I think, about the future of the Democratic Party. Of course she does.
I don't know about Nancy Pelosi, seriously, you know. Yeah, she doesn't give a shit too.
And she's savvy enough to know that some of these more extreme voices in her party rightfully won their election, but the things that they say are so out of step with the majority of where the country is. So how do you balance that, but make sure that the party doesn't lose their soul and connect with the American people and are successful in 2020? Nancy.
Like, is it me because I'm just like looking on the whole, you know, crazy party, which is like the American election in 2020 and the political states in 2020, or like or like it's actually the truth that the things that she's saying, that these guys, the far left, they're not even that left, they're just somehow center, like, like left center, let's say, just, yeah, are they that far from the actual people in the United States? Or these motherfuckers can't actually read the room? Because like from the other side of the world, I can't actually read the room, like, no. Corporate Democrats have no fucking place in 2020. Corporate Democrats, they have no fucking place in the future of the Democratic Party. Like, it's going left anyway. Nobody can fucking change that. And can they read this? Like, I actually can read it. I can see that there's no way the future of the Democratic Party, or the future of the the future of the young people in America and the US will go back on the left. They're going left, guys. They're going really left, and that's what's happening. I don't know. They can't read it. What the fuck is going on?
Pelosi, I don't envy her right now, but she's in a place where she's going to have to try and wrangle them. But also, don't tweet publicly. Why not get behind closed doors?
Why is Nancy tweeting?
I feel like the Democrats are all tweeting out their frustrations
That's this
publicly.
Ilhan Omar's thing, is that she tweets all the time like Trump. And that's
Ilhan tweets like Trump. To be honest, like, yeah, you don't have to fucking tweet all the time about everything. Like, yeah, choose your battles, I guess. You don't really want to do... you really don't want people to call you're like Trump. Yeah.
a mistake.
In AOC?
Yeah, she does.
But why not handle it behind closed doors?
I think there's tweeting on both sides, right?
Yeah.
This issue is a really intense one for me, and just bear with me, because I know, Sonny, you and I...
Oh my God, bear with her, all right? Seriously, bear with the fucking... Let's just take a little bit of a chill pill, all right?
In particular, don't always agree on this. And I want to say, first and foremost, anti-Semitism shouldn't be a left or right issue. I don't think we should be politicizing it on either side, because, as we know, if it's a tiki torch person in Charlottesville saying Jews will not replace us...
Remember this, huh? Remember, the President of the United States said there's some good people in that crowd, Just remember that. Trump said that, hey, there's some good in that fucking crowd. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
Or if it's we had Barry Weiss on to talk about sort of these more dog whistle moments that, in my view, Ilhan Omar is doing. And she, as of Saturday, hadn't been able to...
Ilhan Omar didn't do anything wrong. She didn't say anything about the Jewish people. She's just saying about the power of money in the American elections. All right? Campaign finance. That's it. She was talking about AIPAC paying millions and millions of dollars for like senators in both, or political leaders in both parties, to actually ship them to, like make them actually work for the Israeli cause in the United States. Like, that's the truth. Like if you actually know anything about policies in the UN and what's going on in the UN, you will see that the US is just always against the whole world with Israel. Like, why? Like, why do that? What's happening? But that's what's going on, Like, because like these political leaders push the country to always support Israel, even if they kill everybody in Palestine. Then nobody gives a shit about the Palestinian people. They just don't give a shit. It's the truth. They don't know anything about it. Just fucking... It's really sad, It's really sad and really embarrassing. When you think about it, it's just a tiny little country in the Middle East. Why the fuck is the most powerful country in the world is controlling the way the US is dealing with the situation in the Middle East? It's just, I can't even understand that.
Have gone 15 days without saying something anti-Semitic. What's interesting about this is that she is an up-and-coming rising star in the Democratic Party. She's on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine right now.
I guess is she jealous of her? Like, what's happening? What's wrong? Oh my god. Okay, can anybody tell me why this person is now on this panel talking about this very, like, important thing for the American people? Like, what are the qualifications of her actually talking about such an issue? Like, why? What does give? Well, like, who gave her the authority to actually address some, like, I don't know, like millions and millions and millions of people? Like, did she actually work for this position that she is in right now, or it's just because of her family name? Yeah, this really sounds like Jordan, you know, like, it's really bad here. Nepotism, it's fucking bad. Like you can see that, for example, like, there's one family in Jordan, for example. It's their job to be the foreign affairs ministers in Jordan. All right, so the grandfather was a foreign affairs minister. The father was a foreign affairs minister, and now the son is. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's their job. This is like a family business. Yeah. So, like, I don't know. It's like, I guess that's why she's here, because of her family name. What do you guys think?
She fits a lot of boxes that Democrats like. She is the first Somali elected member of Congress. She's the first woman, first of two Muslim women elected to Congress.
Okay. So, Somali, refugee, African, woman, Muslim, and with hijab. So, like, she's the super minority of the whole fucking American society. There's, like, maybe if you want to find, like, people who are like her exactly, you can find 5 people or 10 people. That's what makes America really great, you know, because, like, somebody like her who came from a refugee camp in Kenya, I guess, ended up to be really a powerful voice for the American people and the Congress, on the Senate. So that is the American dream. That's something people should be proud of. Like, every American should be proud of Ilhan Omar being represented, like, being on the Senate, because this is what actual freedom looks like, you know, which is amazing. I applaud this, and I just like, hey, thank you guys, thank you the American people. This is amazing. Let's keep watching.
And she's the first minority woman to serve from Minnesota. And the problem is right now is there's pressure to support her within the Democratic Party because identity politics.
No, people like her because of her policies too, you know, because of her policies too. It's not because of just.
And intersectionality is something that is important to Democrats. And I think at this specific moment, this is a watershed moment for Democrats.
Just remember this, huh? Bernie Sanders, can you see this? Bernie Sanders, Harris, Warren, defend Omar, right? Bernie Sanders, a Jewish person, defended Ilhan Omar. And he said she didn't say anything wrong. We have to take money out of politics. And let's see what she's gonna do right now.
For Democrats. A lot of Jewish people in this country, I think, are being asked.
I don't know if, like, I really don't know, like, if I am a Muslim in the United States, I don't know if I want Meghan McCain to talk up for me, you know. And I don't know how Jewish people feel about that, you know. Like, who is this person talking for me on national television and talking about how I feel, even though, like, just under her face talking about this issue, it says like Bernie Sanders is actually defending Ilhan Omar, but that doesn't matter.
With the rise of anti-Semitism in this country, is it more important to defend party politics or is it more important to defend anti-Semitism? And we can have conversations all day long about how you feel about Israeli politics. Yes, excuse me if you object to it. We can have a conversation all day long about how you feel about Palestinian politics, how you feel about Israeli politics, how you feel about Netanyahu, but in...
Yeah, this is fucking... Like, yeah, it's not, you know, like... You can feel whatever you want about the Palestinian people and the politics behind. It's not politics. It's fucking occupation. It's apartheid fucking state. Are you fucking kidding me? What the fuck is wrong with these people, guys? What's happening in Palestine and Israel? It's just the very basic idea of apartheid, like an occupation for like more than 50 years, 70 years, almost 100. I don't know. So, like, seriously, what the fuck is wrong with these people? It's fucking occupation.
In the same way that I fear what's happening with Corbyn in the UK.
Oh my god. It's the same fucking smear here and there. Like, they're trying... They feel that the left is actually winning in the UK. And they just, you know, just took... Like, they just went fucking crazy on Corbyn because of anti-Semitism. Even though, like, nobody thinks he is. But, you know, the fucking corporate Democrats and the corporate fucking big money, they're just really afraid of the left. And and it's like a tool for them. They're actually, in Corbyn's case, they're actually using anti-Semitism as a fucking tool to actually try and prevent Corbyn to take over. And at the same time, this is what's happening in the US. They don't really care about the Jewish people, the Conservative Party, the right party, what they fucking call, I don't know, the Republican Party. They don't really give a shit about the Jewish people. It's fucking clear that they care about the state of Israel, like the country of Israel, more than the actual Jewish people. And for them, they're just using this anti-Semitism as a fucking tool to actually, you know, get away with such things, you know. I get really angry about these things because it's affecting me directly. I am here in the Middle East. You guys have no fucking idea how these things just affect us directly here in the Middle East. It's fucking absurd.
I fear that it's seeping its way over here in the United States.
Yes.
And I just present this question, which may be an uncomfortable one. If what Ilhan Omar has been saying for the past few weeks were said by a white Republican male...
Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to show you this clip, I guess. Roll it.
How would you be reacting to it right now?
I mean, for me,
I object to it no matter who says it.
I'm asking the proverbial question.
The other thing why are they always concentrating on Israel as well?
Occupation! Apartheid! In the same time, they're calling out, like Ilhan Omar, she's calling out like Venezuela, she's calling out Saudi Arabia, Iran, and all these motherfuckers. But at the same time, like, but you know, nobody gives a shit if you actually talk about what's going on in the Saudi fucking regime or the Saudi Arabia and what they're doing in Yemen and all these things. She's talking about all these things all the time, but nobody gives a shit. But like, even if you dream about Israel in your fucking sleep, you'll find articles about it in the next day. So that's what's going on, because it's like you're trying to take away their food, their money. Because if you talk about Israel and its politics in the world, the American people will know more about it and will understand that, hey, maybe we don't want to support this. This is apartheid. This is occupation. This is the killing of children and, like, you know, women and like putting them in an open air jail for like 10 years. This is what's going on, right? Yeah. So like the reason that all this fucking crazy shit happening is just because they don't want the American people to know what the fuck is going on. They really don't. They just want to keep keep you guys in the fucking dark. It's really sad. Oh my god, it's fucking sad. And you know what's sad? That nobody gives a shit about the Palestinian people. Nobody talks about the Palestinian people whatsoever. And what the fuck is going on there? Nothing. It's like they don't really exist. And that's what Israel wants from us. From all of us. Even in the Middle East. Like, all the crazy shit happening around us. Now the Palestinian-Israeli issue looks like it's okay. It's not that hard, Just fucking sad.
But I want to know, this is a little tiny place apart in the world. I mean, she's from Mogadishu. Does she object to things they do there? I'm assuming she does. And Yemen and Libya and Syria and all the hot spots all over the world. And yet this seems to be the focus of a lot of people around the world, including the UK and here.
Because it's occupation, it's apartheid, the people know, like, if you know what's going on there, and you actually, in a very, like, light-hearted and good heart, think it's okay, I'm sorry, we lost you. We lost you. As human beings, we lost you. As a human race, we lost you. If you actually know what the fuck is going on there, and you're okay with it, you're okay with the killing of children, and women and old people, and an open air prison. Yeah, we lost you. Like, if you know what the fuck is going on with, like, the helpless, like, poor people in Palestine with no weapons, no nothing, absolutely nothing. They have nothing. They barely have their lives. If you ever like know anything about what's going on there, and you still think it's there's nothing happening there, and Israel has the fucking right to defend itself. Come on, guys. Israel is a nuclear power, alright? They have nuclear fucking weapons. They have a lot of fucking everything. They have everything, and the American people are paying for it. $1 million a day, or like $38 billion in the next 5 years or 10 years. So yeah. So that's what's going on. That's why, like, when people talk about it, are very passionate about it, because they know what's going on there. But you don't know what's going on there. Meghan McCain, maybe she doesn't know what's going on. I think she knows, and maybe I just really, if you know what's going on in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, and you're not actually defending the Palestinians, I think you have a problem, and I think we lost you as a human race. Yeah. It's just like, it's really sad. It's really, really, really sad. And I get to live with this every day, like, this is something like, it's part of our daily lives here in the Middle East, to know what the fuck is going on around here, and it just breaks my heart every fucking day. I know, I find out what the fuck is going on there, and it's every day somebody got killed, every day somebody got imprisoned, every day, it's fucked up. But yeah, that's why people are really passionate about what's going on in Israel and Palestine, because if you know what the fuck is going on there, you have to, speak out, because this is the least thing we can do, and they're trying to prevent us of saying it, and yeah, just fucking crazy.
Israel, and why that particular country? It's very suspicious to me.
Can I say that I 100% agree with you on that? And I think that we should be talking about human rights violations globally, everywhere. In Iran, gay people can be thrown off of buildings for simply being gay. Women can't wear tank tops in the street without being stoned. There are human rights violations going around globally, and I agree with you.
Yeah, Iran and Saudi Arabia, the extreme examples of Islamic rule or Sharia law. Which, I'm from Jordan, there's nothing like this happening there. Everybody knows, can do whatever they do, and nobody gives a shit about these things whatsoever. We barely have food here in Jordan. Nobody's more than 15% employment rate right now. Nobody gives a shit about religion or whatsoever. People are trying to eat. these days.
My question to Ilhan Omar is, why specifically this area of the world?
Occupation! Occupation, you fucking assholes! Oh my god, apartheid fucking, oh fuck me. Why? They keep asking why. They keep asking why. It's fucking occupation. It's like imprisonment and like killing of children and young people and like, what the fuck? This is what's going on there. It's just occupation, you dumb bitches.
Why specifically this group of people? And just putting a button on this, because I know you've let me filibuster. She is on a committee, a foreign relations committee, that will be in charge of what happens globally with.
Yeah, that's really good. That's really good. I wish she can actually hold her seat in the foreign committee affairs. You know, like that would be really good for what the fuck is going on. Like not only for Israel-Palestine conflict, also with Venezuela. She knows what she's doing. Like when she like grilled Abrams like a few weeks ago. So like I think she's a really good somebody to have on your foreign affairs committee, because she's a refugee and she understands the impact that American politics, foreign politics actually, you know, affect the world. Because, you know, it's just really sad, it's just really crazy that people who are in power in the United States don't understand how really strong the influence of American politics on the world. You know, something like some signature in Washington can actually bomb a fucking village around in Syria or Palestine. And you have no fucking idea. You guys are, it's the most powerful country in the world, and that's what's happened when you, just keep watching. I really...
With our diplomacy, I'm uncomfortable with that in the same way that I was uncomfortable with Steve King being on that as well.
To your question, Joy, I think we should talk about the comment that she made that has spurned all of this discussion, right?
There are many comments.
There are many comments, but the comment that she made that we're talking about, that the resolution has come from, she said, so for me, because she has apologized for the other comments, for two of the comments.
Well, she also had a lot of pressure to apologize.
But she did apologize. So the comment she said was, so for me, I want to talk about the political influence in this country that says it is okay for people to push for allegiance to a foreign country. And I want to ask, why is it okay for me to talk about the influence of the NRA, of fossil fuel industries, or big pharma, and not talk about a powerful lobby that is influencing policy? That's what she said. And people say that that is anti-Semitic. When we had Barry, no, let me just finish. When we had Barry Weiss on as an expert in what is anti-Semitic and what isn't, I asked her, is it okay to talk about Israel's policies and not be called anti-Semitic?
And she said yes.
And she said yes. She said where it crosses the line is when you say that Israel does not have the right to exist. That is when it crosses the line. Now, Omar has never suggested that Israel does not have the right to exist.
Like, I don't think anybody does not have the right to exist, to be honest. Like, I don't really give a shit. I am not nationalist. I am against borders. I'm a global citizen, and I don't believe in the whole fucking idea of having nationality in general. And yeah, it's fucking crazy. It's really fucking crazy that she was just saying, like, do I have to, like, you know, do I have to, like, just not care about the policies that we have in this country and just, you know, do whatever everybody's doing when it comes to Israel? Can't I just, like, you know, question their policies and why they're giving all this money to American, you know, leaders, and like, what's the reason? At the same time, yeah, it's like, why we're doing this? Just like she was questioning the NRA, the big pharma, Wall Street, you know, why I can't do this?
Can I say what she has said?
So, to me,
give us a minute.
it seems to me that Republicans are trying to use this as a wedge issue.
I'm really not.
And I think that...
Not you. I'm not talking about you.
You know, this...
Oh my god. She's like a child. I'm really not. I'm really not. What the fuck is what the fuck is going on there?
This selective outrage is kind of crazy because I don't think that the Republicans have moral high ground here.
But it seems like Democrats
I think
are upset
that
too,
Kevin
though.
McCarthy has used these anti-Semitic tropes. I think that Jim Jordan just recently,
And I
tweeted
call
this
that
against Tom Steyer.
Remember that Ilhan Omar in the West Virginia Republican Party just had this huge poster superimposed with her face with 9/11 terrorists. And I haven't heard any outrage about that coming from the Republican Party.
Nobody cares about the little Muslim women in the Senate. Fuck her, no, they don't give a shit about her. They don't give a shit about her. But she said something that might in a million years be interpreted as anti-Semitism. The whole fucking country goes, everybody's just shouting at her. Can you...
Is that this selective outrage, and I will tell you, I take this very personally as a woman of color who has, been the subject of so much bigotry. And what a lot of people don't know is that my grandfather is Jewish. He is a Sephardic Jew, and so I have. My family members have received a lot of bigotry. So, I've experienced firsthand in my family anti-Semitism and bigotry for being black. And so I just, this whole, thing,
Sonny,
I think it's just a distraction.
Are you comfortable with me speaking now? Are we comfortable with me rebutting now? So she also said Israel has hypnotized the world, suggested that Jews in Israel have bought U.S. politicians all about the Benjamins, implied that American Jews have divided loyalties and it's okay for people to push allegiance to a foreign country. I again say, why this obsession with Jerusalem and Israel? Why?
Occupation! Apartheid state, you fucking asshole!
Why this obsession with this specific area of the country? And as you've said many times, these are dog whistle comments for Jewish Americans.
Yes,
they are,
we
and
agree.
they hear what she's saying, and
she had to apologize for that.
But you have to
One
admit,
moment.
Megan, that it is disingenuous of the Republican Party to go after her. This is her point when they are backing a president who is in bed with dictators committing human rights violations
really
all over the world.
Traffics in bigotry. Traffics in bigotry.
Let's go there at
So
least.
just really quickly, since we're talking about
So just really quickly, since we're talking, I want to cry now. Brace yourselves. Fucking asshole.
I take this very personally. I would go so far as to say I probably verge on being a Zionist as well. But I will say that I don't have...
Yeah, it's okay to be really a Zionist, right? It's really okay to be a Zionist. It's okay, like when the goal of the Zionist people is to take over Palestine, the whole Palestine, and make it a Jewish ethno-state. That's the truth, they just wanted Jewish-only state. That's what they wanted. And this is not like a very old news, just like Bibi just said that, like what, 2 weeks ago? Like Israel is an ethnic state of the Jewish people. And yeah, like you have to just live with it. And as an Arab or whatever you are, or Christian or like Muslim who is living in Jerusalem, or like in Israel, you are just a second level citizen. That's it. Nobody gives a shit about you. That's what's going on there, right?
Have family that is Jewish, but Joe Lieberman and Hadassah Lieberman are my family.
Yeah.
And I take the hate crimes
Fucking
rising
bitch.
in this country incredibly seriously, and I think what's happening in Europe is really scary. And I'm sorry if I'm getting emotional, but the idea that this is politicized, I'm really not. I was very nervous to talk about.
Yeah, they really don't give a shit about the Palestinian people. Like seriously, like come on, do you know what's going on there? Do you fucking? You know what's scary? That I think she knows what's going on there. I think she knows what's going on there. I think she knows what's going on there. And that's what's fucking scary. She doesn't give a shit. She's just crying. Fuck you. Fucking bitch.
About this on the show because I thought it would become politicized, and it really shouldn't be. On both sides, it should be called out.
Right.
And just because I don't technically have Jewish family that are blood related to me, it doesn't mean I don't take this.
You know, there's a Jewish person on the table that she said that was not anti-Semitism. Bernie Sanders actually defended Ilhan Omar. He's also Jewish. He doesn't think it's anti-Semitism. And now this white chick who is not she's not Jewish, she's not Arab, because Arabs are Semi people too. I'm Semitic. Yeah. So like, what's going on there, right? Like, what's actually going on there? Like, why the fuck she is crying? I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't think she's talking about the Jewish people. I think because clearly she doesn't care about what do they think, you know, whatsoever. I think she cares a lot about the Jewish state or the Israel, you know, and that's different. That's totally different, you know, caring about the Jewish people as human beings or caring about Israel as a country is a really different thing.
As seriously, and it is very dangerous. Very dangerous. And I think we all collectively as Americans on both sides, and what Ilhan Omar is saying is very scary to me, and it's very scary to a lot of people, and I don't think you have to be Jewish to recognize
You don't.
that.
And
You don't
I
have
just
to be
hope
Jewish.
instead of a resolution
To love Levy,
just from the
Presley.
Democrats, I'm tired of the selective outrage, and I
I'm
hope
not
that we have a
having
joint
selective
resolution
outrage.
perhaps from Republicans
Okay.
and from the Democrats. I would be in favor of a joint resolution.
Hey, shut up, bitches. Alright. Alright, okay, you know, like, this is just fucking crazy. I don't know if I'm gonna post this video, but if I did, thank you guys for watching. You know, please subscribe and smash that like button. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace the fuck out. See ya.
That's my best friend.